Yeah, good day, everyone. Welcome to another class for our AI automation and engineering bootcamp. I think today is our day 4 together. So let's get into it. So I will just try to start with the class from where we stopped. Let me see my where's my Synctellect AI. So now I will try to show us. I will try to show us how to like open this very quick. So you can come to this place. You can come to and say CMD and say code. If you have code dot full stop. So with this, it opens VS Code for your main it opens VS Code for your main um folder. So you don't have to like open VS Code and then select folder. If you are someone like me that works on multiples of files and multiples of folders simultaneously, so it's a very straightforward way to just use it to practice. Now, let's much I think within an hour we should be done, and we should have something better to do. So regarding this, so this is our we are going to continue from okay, we are going to continue from our list. We are going to continue from our list. Okay, thank you. So to avoid disturbance, share the only screen instead of seeing all my screens. Let me share only that VS Code. Okay, yeah, let me share only this so that we can move on from there. So I hope everyone has practiced what we did in previous sessions, and if you are just watching the recordings, kindly practice. And then if you have any issues, you could reach out directly, either on the Telegram group or if it's on YouTube, you can just comment, and then we would be able to do that to solve it together. So yeah, in today's class, we will be moving on. Let me try. Okay, my panel is still connecting. Let me wait for it to connect. While doing that, let me try to check for something. Let me do something up. Okay. I hope it does that very fast. So select my kernel. Where is this guy? Select the kernel. Let me just continue my class, please. Okay, I'm trying to select the kernel for this guy, but then it is taking time So let me just walk us through. Let me while that is running, let me tell us what we are going to be doing in our today's class. So we've talked about string and how different formats that works on string. I think now we discussed lists. Okay, this string and different formats that work on string. Now we've also discussed about numbers. So I think moving on, we can then work with lists. We can work with lists. So let me use this as an example now. Let me use this as an example. Let me say I'll paste this in. Lists hold ordered collections and allow modification. It holds ordered collection and allow modification. So you can modify a list. So for different data Python data types, we have mutable and immutable data types. Mutable data types means data types that can be changed. Immutable data types means data type that cannot be changed. List is a mutable data type. That means it can be changed. But tuple, for example, we get to tuple, is an immutable. It cannot be changed. You understand that? So we have this list here. So list would start with this square brackets, these square brackets at the beginning and at the end. So anything encapsulated inside that square bracket is a what? Is a list. So we have different collections now inside this list. We can see for this one we have a listening one. We have Python, which is a string, data science, which is a string, machine learning, which is a string. So we have, let me add, okay, which is a string. You understand? Those are string inside this list. I hope we get that. So you can say Python print courses is going to do what? It is going to print. It is going to print these guys for us. Python, data science, machine learning. We now say course.append. Course.append. What that does? That is, it wants to append, add to the end. Add to the end. Append. You understand? It is going to add AI engineering to what? To the end. So now if we say Python print course, it does what? It will say Python, data science, machine learning, AI engineering. But you know, AI engineering was not written before. It is appended data. So let's try to, let me select kernel. I think this is done now. Okay. Deciding for environment. Still looking for the environment. Why now? The fast guy. We have the different environments. I'll just click on this one to use. Why is not clicking? Now do this. Let's try this. Okay, I've selected Python 3.10, which makes sense. Now let me run this. I'll run this guy. I'll run the second one to get their outputs, to get their outputs. They are still running. This will take a while. This will take some whiles. I hope this finish as soon as possible. I hate this hassle by this. So now let me keep explaining. When they are done, we'll get back to them. So now we have print course one, just like our indexing and slicing in string. Same things apply to what? To a list. You know, say Python prints one. That means print the second one. I told you Python numbering starts from what? It starts from zero. So this is our zero, this is our one, this is our two, and when this is added, that's our three. You understand? Python print one. Now it's saying courses print from wherever to two. So when we don't have anything at the beginning, if you say one at the beginning, you say okay, from one to two. And I said print from one to where we want to end plus one. That means it's printing from one, it's just going to print one. Where we want to stop, plus one. Where we want to stop is one, plus one, that's two. So now this is okay, it does not have anything in the front, it does what? It starts from zero. It now say zero, one. It will not print two for us. You understand? This will not print two for us. That's why I say you're going to for this time I'm going to have what? Python and data science. I hope we get that format. I hope we get that format. I hope we get that format. So that is how we are going to do it. That's how I'm going to do it. Yeah, let's have this connect fast. Now let me explain this concept. Now, course dot remove. The way we added, we can also remove. We can also remove. We want to remove data science. You can see you have data science here. We want to remove data science from courses. So when we say course dot remove, it removes that single one from the list. It removed that single list. So you can see what I'm trying to say now. Python, data science, machine learning, courses, it has appended AI engineering, and then we have this. If you print this now, we print this, is saying print number 1, 0, 1, data science. Print from 0 to 2, that's Python, data science. Now, let's say remove data science and print courses. It's going to say what? Python, machine learning, AI engineering. Do you understand? So that's how lists work. And there is quite a number of things that could be done with lists. A number of things that could be done with lists. Change, replace, a number of things can be done with lists. So we can go into more details of it. So now let's continue. Let's go to tuple. Tuple is similar to list, but then it is immutable. That means it cannot be what? It cannot be changed. It is immutable. It can't be changed. So let me do on this. So you can see tuple hold ordered collections that cannot be changed. So once the tuple is created, you cannot change it. So which is making it something that you can perform quite a number of stuffs on it. You can perform a little bit of stuff on it, but not a number of stuff. You can't modify it the way you like. After creating it, you can modify it. But for list, after creating, you can do what? You could modify it. So let's say coordinate equals to 10 and 20. Print coordinate 0. We can say coordinate dot append. Now say a new coordinate. So let me say coordinate dot append. You see, it will give us an error. Dot append. And let me add 30 to the back. It will give us error. So you can see tuple object has no attribute append. That means we can't append. It does not even say, okay, you want to append inside new. What are you appending? So that's it. That's for tuple. And that's why we don't have a lot of things to do about it. But there are some you can reference, you can get things from it, you can reference things in it, but you can modify them. I hope that is clear. So now we also have dictionary and set. Dictionary and set. So dictionary works in a key and pair value. It works in a key and pair value. That means it works in a key and value pair. Yeah, so the key and value pair. It works in a key and value pair. Let's check out this. Dictionary maps keys to value. So we say student's name. Name of student is what? Ada. So student's name, Ada, age 20, course Python for year engineering. Now print student. You say student, you print everything now. Print student name. Now print student, the name only to print Ada. Print, okay, student age equals to what? 21. Now I'm saying change the student age from what? From 20 to what? To 21. And I will say print student now, you see it will have changed it from Ada 20 Python engineering to Ada 21 Python engineering. So let us print this and let us see how it looks like. So you can see name Ada, comma, age 20, course Python for year engineering. Now you can see it's printing only the name now, Ada. But here we've changed the age. So it's now saying the age is what? The age is 21 instead of what? Instead of 20. Does that make sense, guys? Does that make sense? I think that is very clear enough. So there are couples of things that we can do with students too, with dictionary too. For dictionary, we can append to a dictionary, we can change the value in it. So dictionary is part of the mutable data types that we have in Python. So you can do a lot of stuff with it. So let's try to see now student. Okay, I want us to try using AI. I want us to try using AI, which is something that I really want. So let me say Control I. Now, if you want to use AI, there are couples of AI that you can configure. I think that should be a branch for you. Okay, yeah, let's do that. So if you click on this place, you can see there is charts. I have Cloud Code, I have Codex. So you can easily come to extension here and type Codex. So it will show you the extension of Codex, and then you can install it. Same as Cloud Code. You can install the extension and then move on with it. Similar, we have GitHub Copilot, but that is good for just completing codes rather than joining and some other stuff. Actually, this is Codex now. If you install it, may have installed it. That's why it's showing me this. So Cloud Code, you install it for Codex. Once you install it, you can configure it with your GitHub or OpenAI. Just do the authentication. Once you do the authentication, you are able to manage to a good extent. You're able to do what? So you're able to like work with it. So same as Cloud Code. If you have any issue, we are trying to do it. But Cloud Code, I think Cloud Code, you have to like pay and do some things to be able to connect to it. But Codex is free to some extent. So there are some free things that you can do on Codex for a while. So this is actually not what I want to show us. I want us to come to here. When you say Control I will bring something for you. Generate code, do stuff. You can see it wants to generate. This is even Copilot doing it for me. Let me select a model. Let me just see. Just use a model on your own. And I want to see. Why is it saying manage model? Let me see manage model. Is it using? It is using. I think it is trying to use. It is trying to use Cloud Code, which I don't want to use. I want to use Copilot directly. Let me see. Give the explanation of Python dictionary with code examples and techniques that can be performed on it. I'll click on enter. Let me see. Let me see what it gives me. So we are waiting for it to give us. You can see it is generating the code now. It's already generating the code. Let's see what it generates, and then let's see how valuable what it generates. Okay, we're waiting for it. Okay, you can see, and this is the power of AI. You can see it has generated quite a lot of things. Quite a lot of things. It is still generating. Still generating. So let's wait for it. Let's wait for it. It is still generating. Let's wait for it. And after it's done, we try to walk through what is done. So this is a way you can actually use to do what? To practice to understand codes more while learning, while doing some stuff. So because it's not everything that we will be explaining, but in the era of AI, you can use AI to learn more and learn better. So I for now I will relax and then I will let it generate the code and then I'll relax my back. Okay, I think it should be done. So if that is too, if yeah, I think it should be done by now. If it is not done, it is overdoing for me now. It is still working. It is still working. Okay, let me just try to start explaining what it's doing before it's completed. So a Python dictionary stores key value pairs. Keys are unique and can be used to look up value quickly. Keys are unique and they can be used to look up values quickly. Student info equals students.copy. You can see now now it's telling me it is done. It has marked that green. Keep, undo. I should tell it if I want to use it. I don't want to use it. I want to use it, so I'll just click on mark and now I'm done. So I have this now. So let's start explaining what it has done for us. So print student.info. It now says student.copy, creating a copy of the existing dictionary. This dictionary that we have before. You can see, you can even understand that we have a dictionary before. It's creating a new copy of it. Now it's saying print student info, print type, the type of student info, the type of data type that we have in student info. You see, if I'm running this now, it is telling me, you can see name, age, and course of Ada, which is of age 21, and course is Python for engineering. The class is what? A dictionary class. Access values by key. You can access the values by the key. When I say student name, it gives me the value, which is Ada. If I say age using get, now you can even use get. Student info dot get age. These are two different ways to even get the value. You can see two different ways, which leads us to what? To the same thing. It leads us to the same thing. So now the name will give us what? Ada. The age will give us what? 21. I hope that makes sense. Let it print so that we can see it actually. So you can see age using get 21. So this now it is student info dot age, student info dot age. So I hope we understand that. I hope we got it. Um, so now let's go on. What it has said, what it has done, by the way. So we can say, remember, okay, add or update item. Now I want to add grade to it. We're saying student info add grade, which is a student info age. Up now you can see this we don't have grade before, it's going to create it. Now we're saying student info age. Now change the age from 21 to what? 22. You know we have changed it from 20 to 21. Now we're changing from 21 to 22. Now we will now print the updated student info. So now let's come here and print. Let's see our output. Let's see what our output is. Let's take a minute to wait for it. So now we can see we have our outputs, which is name, which is either age now 22 instead of 21. Course Python for engineering. We now have grade as what? As A. We have grade as A. Check membership. Has key, comma, course in students, as salary key, comma, salary in students. Now you can check, okay, is course in students. Does student have course? Like, is the key course, is it present? Is salary present? Now you can see course is present. We have course which is present, but salary is not present. Now let's print for you too. You will see one would say true, one would say what? False. You can see has course key. This one says true, this one says false. Now dictionary views. So you can say keys, comma, list student info dot keys. Now let's say, so now this key, it will just, instead of um logging into one keys or some other time, one at a time, it will just get all the keys for you automatically. This keys dot, it will get all the keys for you. You say, okay, name, age, course, grade, those are the keys that we have. Now values is saying us student info dot what dot values, you get all the values for you. You don't have to stress yourself, all the values. You say Ada 22 Python for AI engineering A. You understand? Now we are saying items. Now we are saying itemize everything. All those key pair value, make them a tuple and store them in a list. You can see this is a tuple. This is a tuple. This is a topic. This is a tuple because it's enclosed in a what? In a normal bracket, which is a curved bracket. So now we're saying this is a tuple, this is a tuple, this is another tuple, this is another tuple, this is another tuple. But then all these tuples, they are encapsulated inside what? Inside a list. All of them are inside the what? A list. So you cannot add anything more to this, to the tuple, but you can add a new tuple to the list. Do you understand? I hope that's not confusing and that makes a whole lot sense to us. So that's how we navigate that. So now, iterating over a dictionary, now we're using for loop. We've not gotten to loop. When we get to loop, we'll do more of that. But then let's just see how it looks. So we have for loop, which can iterate over dictionary. But we call loop. Loop is something that iterates. So I hope you get it from there. And you can see this goes into details and then does a lot of stuff for us. So that's where you can use it to practice. For keys under values, for key under value in student info dot items, print key and print value. You can see name Ada A22 course Python by 9 grade A. Just it is looping. It will do this one by one. I hope if it is slow, you can see how it is doing. It will do it one by one. Keep doing it. It takes the first one, print it out, second one, print it out, third one, print it out, fourth one, print it out. Till it is done. So it does it one by one. Now remove items. Nested dictionary, copy and clear. You can copy from dictionary into another place, into another variable, or you can even clear it. You can clear everything. Okay, oh, I'm done with you. Let me clear you. You just say temp dict dot clear. I hope we get it. So let me run it. Let us run it. Let us run it. So you have remove grade. So now student info dot pop. So that's the method that is used. Pop. When you pop it, it removed it. So now removed grade A. After pop, now have name, age, course. No grade again. Nested dictionary. So you can have a dictionary inside the what? Inside the dictionary, which is nested dictionary. Yeah, you can have dictionary inside dictionary. You can have list inside a list. You can have tuple inside a list. You can have list inside a dictionary. Do you understand? You can have list inside a dictionary. So now we have under this name now. Name we have. Okay, let me do this again. Let me do this again. Now let me run this again now. This let me run it again so that we can see what it looks like. Now you can see we have name which is Ada. We have age which is 22. We have course which is person name. Now we now have contact which is also what? A dictionary on its own. Then I have email and phone number. Do you understand? It has multiple stuff in it. So that's what that implies. Now, now clear and copy. Clear and copy. So you can copy inside a what? You can copy inside another variable. You can copy a dictionary inside another variable. So automatically the variable would be what? The variable would be a dictionary. And now you can also clear what you have inside a dictionary. You can clear it. So let us run this to see how it looks like. So you can say run enter. You can see cleared copy. It has nothing inside. It's a dictionary, but what? It has nothing inside. Just like an empty dictionary. Like an empty dictionary. I hope you understand that. So that's that about dictionaries. Please, if you have any question, let me know. Let me add more details to this so that practice. Now let us move on to sets. So I expect us to now imbibe this method that I use using AI to explain in details for all other concepts we've discussed before and the one that we will be discussing moving forward. So please let's do that. Let's do that and let's achieve the best of our capabilities. Now let's move on to what? Let's move on to set. Let's move on to set. Let's move on to set. So set is similar is a between list and dictionary. When I say the big between list and dictionary, dictionary are always encapsulated inside what? Inside this curly brackets. Okay, now let me show you something. This is what? This is a square bracket. This is a normal bracket, curved bracket, and this is a curly bracket. This is a curly bracket. So this is used by a list, this is used by a tuple, this is used by a dictionary, and also a set. That's why I said set is a what do you call it? Is a correlation intersection between list and dictionary. Now it's a list that is encapsulated in what? That is encapsulated in curly brackets rather than square brackets. I'm sorry, guys. Sorry about the disturbance. Sorry about the pause. I have to like do something, catch up on something real quick. So yeah, let's move on. So let's move on. We are coming. We're discussing about sets. So now set is like a list and then a capsule in what in these curly brackets. So you see print colors you can add to it. It is mutable. It is mutable. So let's run this. You can see blue, green here. You can add yellow to it. So you're seeing yellow, blue. Now set stores unique values and support member check. Unique values. You can only have unique values. Unique values. You cannot have multiple values. I cannot have red 3 times, blue 2 times, green 5 times. You can have it individually. Individually. Now you can also check for membership. So if red in colors is saying to, let me see, let me put lemon. Is lemon in color? It will say false. Do you understand? So we can go more details into it using our AI. I think that makes sense. That makes sense and that is clear. Now let us move on to a very good aspect, which is going to be like the rounding up of our Python fundamentals before we move on to conditional statements and loops. So let me just bring this in, and then we would have a what do we call it at the back? We would have an exercise to do at the back. So I'll just keep cutting this as I deem fit. I'll keep cutting as I deem fit. So we have different data types here. Integer 42, float. We have float, which is 3.14. We have string, which is hello. We have boolean value, which is what? False. List, this is a list. This is a tuple. This is a dictionary. And this is a set. Now, print integer value, add plus integer add comma integer value, multiply. Now let's run this. Let's run for integers. Now this one will say integer value underscore integer values. Integer value goes to integer values. Add integer values plus 8. It will add 8 to it. That will be 50. Multiply by 2. That will be 42. 42 times 2. That's 84. Do you understand? Now float value round equals 1. So round with 1 decimal point. So let me break this. Let me break this here. Let me break this here. Let me break this here so that we can use it to explain. So you can see this is 42, this is 50, this is 84. This is 3.14, round to 1 value. Now, change hello to upper, and the length, this is 5. Boolean. For Boolean now, Boolean equals to false. Initially it is false. Say not Boolean is what? Not false. That's what? That's true. So that is that about this. That is that about this. That is about this. List after append. No, we try to append into a list. Into the list that we have earlier. You can see we have this list earlier. 1, 2, 3. We have appended 4 into it. Tuple first item. We're getting the first item from tuple. Dictionary keys. Only our keys. And set union. Set value dot union yellow. So now let me run this and let's see what our output does look like. So list, this is what you can see, adding 4 to it. Now it has gets the first item. Now So this is where we have, so now we have our dictionary keys. We have dictionary keys, which is all what we have here. Name, age. We want to print the age alone. We want to print for the age alone, which is 20. We have our sets. We have our sets. So we have set union. Want to add a new value to it. We want to join it with a new value. So this is a set on its own. We want to join it to another set. So like a union, when we are doing normal sets in my union, everything. So that's why you add yellow to the list, adding to for blue, green, that. Now, comparison and some stuff on what do you call it on number. So compare this really naturally. This would return in this we are doing casting, and now this I won't run this. This I want it. What would I make it? I want it to run it on, and then what it looks like. User input always context. So ask when need on comment is class. Not on comment, not to kindly on comment. I try to use this. So I need to use this. I'm sorry about that. So now we can see what this looks like. I think I'll just run it for us at this point. I would run it for us at this point to see what it does look like. This is course not found. Python in courses. Now we have courses. Okay, it is courses. Python in courses. Let's see. Let's run this again now. Python in courses. Let's try to run again. Now we have courses, we don't have course. So Python can understand courses because we don't have courses before. It's saying us now. It's saying comparison, true, true, true. 3 greater than 5, true. Trend equals to 10, true. Trend not equals to 5, true. Membership, string. Python in course, true. Number of text. We are changing this from integer from string towards to integer. We are changing this from string towards to float. Now we have this, so that we have this, and then we should be able to move on with let me do some setting. Let's move on to the last aspect of the class. User input equals input always return text. Yeah, when we're trying to collect input from users, it always return text. So you need to cast to numbers when you need or to float. So now let's do this. Let me remove these points. Let me remove this comment. I hope you understand what comment I used to do now. And let me cut this away. This is our exercise, which we should work on before next class. So first number equals to int input your number. So now if you input it as a normal input, it will make it as string. So we want to change it to number. So when I say int here, when I say you can see input first number, when I say 3, input second number, when I say 4, it's now saying 3 plus 4 is now giving me 7. When I try to do this, when I try to say what's the first number and I input a text, when I say ada, it just give me an error. You can see invalid literal for int with base 10 ada. So you can't convert ada to an int. So we should try to note that. Do you understand? So I can say 1.2. Can't convert this to an int. You understand? Now I have to put in an integer, which is 76 plus 54, 180. You understand? That's how to do it. Now, exercise. Create variable for your name, age, city, and career goal. Convert 4.5 to a float. Ask users for two numbers and print addition, subtraction, and multiplication. Main projects. Create a profile generator that asks for user details and print a formatted profile. So this exercise, I want all of us. I think it is very easy. So just the one that you can, when you run it, it says it asks for user detail, your name, your age, your school, your matric number, your everything, and then it print it well formatted, and you can print it as much as like as beautiful as you want. You can print it as beautiful as you want. You understand? As beautiful as you want. And I hope to see what we have created in our next class, in our next session, so that we can move on. So in our next session, we will be moving on to um, conditional statements and loops. After that, functions and class and some other things. So thank you very much for joining and watching, everyone. Have a nice day. Take care. So please, if you have any issues, any question, do well to let me know. Bye bye. Thanks. Okay. Yes. So thanks everyone for watching and for joining. Okay. We have someone that is just joining recently. So please do well to follow, subscribe, and like the video while watching. Thank you very much. Have a nice day, everyone.